Hola amigos, hi friends, this is Annette,
and Jocelyn.
and we wanted to welcome you and introduce you to the Manos a la Obra project. So, Manos a la Obra is a phrase that my sister and I grew up hearing. Every Saturday morning, my mom would wake up and she would pump the music and clap her hands. Manos a la obra, chicas! Manos a la obra! And we would cringe because it meant that we had to get up and do chores. Chores were a family affair in our house.
They definitely were.
Yes. And at the time, it was frustrating. But as we got older, we realized what it meant, teamwork. You know, everyone had a job to do. We all cooperated. Everyone did their part. And my mom wasn't swamped and we weren't swamped. It was just a family affair. So as we've gotten older, we've learned to appreciate Manos a la Obra and what it stood for in our family.
After Hurricane Maria devastated the island, we weren't really sure what to feel. I think the best way to describe it was a roller coaster of emotions. We were sad, we were upset, we were depressed, we were angry, we were frustrated, we were worried because we didn't hear from our family for days. I mean, the days went by and we just didn't know. And all we kept seeing were these images of the island just completely devastated. The devastation was it was a terrible, terrible feeling. And that coupled with just the inability of doing anything that was tangible to be the feeling of the inability of doing something. It was just, we felt like our hands were tied. We didn't know what to do.
And there was a certain level of guilt that we were here able to have food on the table and, air conditioning and electricity.
Turning on the lights.
Just
turning on the lights. And
being able to watch TV
I think of my family and not being able to do just those really basic fundamental
simple
things. And it was heartbreaking. It was heart-wrenching. It was a terrible feeling.
Yeah. So I remembered our phrase "manos a la obra," and that in our house it meant it was time to get to work, and it was kind of an eye opener for us, and we realized that we could not just sit back and wait for someone to fix it. We could not sit back and assume that things were going to get taken care of. We kind of knew that we had to do something, add our little drop in the bucket, as little as it might be, to just, number one, help someone and help us kind of get rid of that feeling, like that impotent feeling of not being able to do anything to help.
I think that the experience was definitely our call to action, and I personally I grew frustrated and tired of complaining about it on Facebook, of complaining about it to the television, blaming the obvious forces that are still kind of working against us. But we decided that we wanted to focus all that rage and all that energy into something positive. And I believe that this was it.
Yeah, this was our call to action and our call to get off our butts and start doing something.
Manos a la Obra Project is a community outreach organization made up of people who realize that our time has come to get to work. We know that our brothers and sisters on the island need our support. We have a mission. Our mission is to raise funds. I think that's very important, and I want to say that again with feeling. We need to raise funds because ultimately the goal is to work in partnership with the communities in Puerto Rico, and we want to work with them with project-based relief efforts, very specific, very tangible project-based relief efforts that will ultimately aid with the rebuilding on the island, which we know is going to be long-term.
We understand that once the cameras are off, it's going to be a lot harder to keep focus on the situation, the humanitarian crisis in Puerto Rico. And as an organization, we want to do our best to keep shining a light on the situation over there.
And we also want to keep the focus on where the help is needed.
We have a lot of distractions lately in the news.
Too many.
And it's really hard for us to focus on certain things that are going on. And so as an organization, that's part of our mission.
We've already noticed that the coverage is not as much or as
it's
consistent as it was when this all happened. And we all know what happens. Things trend, other things happen, tweets go out and everyone's, moving on to the next. We want to keep the focus on Puerto Rico and on what's going on over there. And that's also part of our mission, is to continue shining that light and to continue to keep the public aware of what's happening.
And because our organization's focus is on project-based relief efforts, it's going to be easier for us to show you guys what it is that we're doing.
Exactly.
While we raise money, while we're completing, cooperating with these organizations on the island, and once it's complete, you guys will see a tangible something.
Exactly. You'll be able to see just the kind of difference that your donations or support or time that you dedicate to helping us out on this new journey that we're on. You guys will be able to see results, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
to just feel like, oh my God, wow, look at that, they just cleaned up a classroom and these kids are back in school.
Yeah. So I think this is a really good opportunity for us to show you guys what it is that your donations or your time and effort or your support in whatever way it is,
right?
What it's actually producing.
We kind of want to do it a little differently.
And we want to make you a part of it.
We want to make you feel like you're 100% in partnership here with us. So as of this weekend, we have officially set the wheels in motion for our very first Manos a la Obra project. We need your help. We've taken on a pretty big task. Our goal is, our mission, our first big project is to bring Christmas to the municipalities of Jayuya, our hometown, and to Utuado, which is also very dear and loved, and as we all know, was
hard hit.
Really hard hit. So our mission, our goal is to bring toys to the island and give these children a nice Christmas, because I can't imagine that anyone's even thinking about Christmas right now, but I think the children deserve to have a Christmas. But we need your help, and there's a bunch of ways that you guys can help us, and that's really the goal of this video, is to motivate you all to, first of all, go onto Facebook, and if you haven't already done so, you need to give us a big thumbs up and like page.
Us on Facebook.
You gotta like us, and then you gotta take 2 seconds and share.
Share, please.
Sharing
is caring.
Please. Your parents, your families, your kids' school, wherever you work. We can get you posters. I've got a ton of them in my car if you want to help us put up posters. But we need you guys to let everyone know what we're doing, because we do think this is a great thing we're trying to do. But we can't do it alone. We are having our very first fundraiser to raise money for the logistics involved with this project. It is on December 2nd. We are going to be hosting a karaoke party for Puerto Rico. So get ready to sing. And we're going to have a DJ. We are working to get some live music in there. We're going to have a snack bar. It's going to be at the Park Theater in Union City. So it's happening. It's going to be fun. So please don't let anything stop you from going to our page and buying a ticket. We can't do this without your help.
Yeah.
And
we need you.
So I think it's appropriate to close with a really great quote that I think sums all of this up perfectly. And it's a Helen Keller quote. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. And we hope that you will join us, and together we can make a difference.
We can get things done.
Thank you.
Thanks.